not? Okay, wow. I have a cold, so I can really sing myself speak, so okay. So February has been a pretty long month, I must say. It's actually my friend's birthday this month. She turned 22. We've actually gotten her a balloon, but China said, don't worry, we got you covered with that. I feel like everything that come out of Asia, a spy balloon was like a bit underwhelming. Like Asia has given us some pretty great things, like their food, their cars, and children for Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt to adopt. I read somewhere that the spy balloon was the size of 3 school buses, which still wasn't as big as Yo Mama. I think that's worse, I'm sorry. So like, realistically, what is the worst thing that could have been in the spy balloon? Like cameras, COVID, or worse, your Villanova marriage pact. So a little bit about me. I found my parents is gay some time ago. I feel like coming out to your parents is like your second puberty. Because like, at that point, you're no longer a baby gay, you become this fully formed Pete Buttigieg. A little bit about me as well, I'm also an only child, so there goes my bloodline. So growing up, I never had to share a room with someone my age, and obviously while in college I've had to do so many times. The thing is, I don't know whether you're like supposed to come out to your roommates or not, because like, there's not a normal way to start that conversation. I could be like, so, do we hate gay people? I don't mind though. But like, it's worked out for me because the way I see it, homophobia died in 2008 when Katy Perry said I kissed a girl and I liked it. No, but I must say, it is pretty hard to find a good roommate in college. But unfortunately for me, most of my roommates have been men, so. The worst roommate I've ever had was a guy named Raymond. He was big fan. He was 24 years old, which is too old to date Leonardo DiCaprio, let alone be living in a college dorm. And over the course of living with him, I found no evidence to suggest that he washed his hands. I washed my hands a lot, because I went to public school, so you had to wash your hands for survival. And public school's job is to eradicate these people. One thing people notice about me is that I'm tall. I'm 6'2". People also have to tell me that I'm tall, which is a weird thing to tell somebody. I've learned that some people find being tall attractive. Men especially are very upfront about that. Because of that, I've had to learn that an Eiffel Tower is not just a building in Paris, but a rocking Saturday night for free. So recently, I was driving around and I saw this Dunkin' Donuts that had a sign in the window that said, "We are kosher." And I was very surprised to find out that most Dunkin' Donuts are in fact kosher. Now it's probably because the founder of Dunkin' Donuts was a Jewish man. However, I think being kosher was really a strategy for Dunkin' Donuts to ice out their competition. Because there's something about the kosher Krispy Kreme that doesn't have a good ring to it. Short splits about there more. A few months ago I was on Tinder, now I'm in therapy. Thank you. And while I was in Tinder, actually no, backtrack, sorry. Queer people have used dating apps to meet each other, because you can't find a gay person in the wild or endangered. And so I met this guy who I was seeing for a few weeks until I officially asked him out. Now, at the time, this would have been my first relationship. So, like any deprived little boy, I wanted to tell all my friends about it. I don't kiss and tell, don't worry. But I do rail and tell tales, so like... But I didn't get the chance to tell anybody, because we dated for 6 days. So it wasn't really a relationship, but more like a 7-day free trial. And of course, 6 days sounds like a short amount of time, but in 3 days, Jesus came back to life. And in double the time, my relationship was crucified. I'll leave you with just one more. So back in December, President Biden signed the Respect for Marriage Act into law, which recognizes same-sex and interracial marriage at the federal level. After signing the act, Biden called it a blow against hate, which means this will go down in history as the second best blowing to happen in the Oval Office.